guys. Good morning. How are you all doing? I'm off today. Yay, no kids. Everybody's at school. Just got Sophie on the bus. So today I wanted to kind of do a wake up to makeup for you all. I haven't done one in a while. Kind of go over the new skincare stuff. Later after I do this video, I'm going to go over some of the new products that we are going to be coming out with next week. They're out, but only the presenters can purchase them right now. So I just wanted to kind of show you, have a really informal thing this morning and just go over my daily routine. So obviously I have no makeup on. All right, I'm just gonna pull back my hair so it's not in my way. I did wash my hair this morning. I wash my hair all the time in the morning, but just to kind of stay out of my way. Okay, so I cleansed my face already with one of the Younique cleansers. It's actually it's discontinued as of next week. So I'm going to start using the pore purifying cleanser because I have relatively large pores. Okay. So after you cleanse your face, dry it off, and then the next step is going to be toner, which we have the rose water. And I've talked to y'all, and you just are going to spritz it on your face. We've talked about this before. Great for sunburns. I used it. Spencer gets really red on his face when we got in the sun. I've used it for him several times. It also helps with hot flashes. It also helps when you're using the mineral pigments. You don't have to, but if you want a deeper, darker color, then use the rose water. Okay, so first off, rose water. All right, then the next step, because I have kind of oily to dry skin, the next step is going to be the brand new Instant Lift Serum. So this is like it's $65, but this month's kudos, you get $15 back in YCash. And YCash is money that you can spend on any Younique products. But this stuff, because it's a really good product, you don't want to use a lot. So all I use is, and I've given out a couple of samples, is one pump, okay? One pump once a day. Don't use any more. You're going to run out really quick. And I use this on my problem areas, okay? Which, you see that big sucker right here? My forehead. I have a couple of little wrinkles there, and I use it here, all right? So you kind of just rub it in, pat it in. Don't rub it in all the way, okay? And this, usually you're going to start seeing results. Some say within 5 minutes, usually within 2 hours, and the results last for 8 hours. And then I use it because I have some lines. You can sort of see them right here, and then I have them right there. So I'll pat this on there as well. Okay, you pat a little bit, and see, I still have plenty on my finger. Some people are using this all over, and I'm like, okay, but I don't want to. And then I use what's left, and then I put them under my eyes. I find once I get my makeup on, I'll get a little bit of creasing down here. And this stuff actually helps kind of puff up your skin, tighten your skin. So it's a little moist, but like I said, you don't want to rub it all the way in. So I put that on first. Good morning, Cindy. I put that on first. I do not do my face makeup first. I always do my eye makeup first, okay? So we're gonna do that first, and while that's kind of drying, then I'm gonna switch over and do my eye primer. I have done videos, and you can see, and I can repost them if you want, on how much difference the eye primer makes. It helps with the creasing, which I don't really have a problem with the creasing, but some people have a problem with their eyeshadows creasing. But this makes them last all day, and it makes the colors pop, okay? So you just dab that. It's got a little bit of tint to it to kind of help cover some of your blue veins and stuff like that. As you can see, I do have some. But this stuff is amazing. You can also use this on your lips. So if you have lips that your lipstick does not want to stay on, even though it says that it's all day wearing, put some eye primer on your lips beforehand, okay? So we've got that done today. And what I will do, I'm gonna actually let the instant lift sit a little bit longer. All right, so today I wanna try, and y'all, I'm going in this raw because I haven't practiced. I've looked at the palette, but I'm gonna use the brand new Addiction Shadow Palette 5. Look at all those colors. I love colors. It's one of the reasons why I joined Younique. And I mean, I'm an older lady, and somebody says that us older ladies can't wear shimmer, and I don't know who they are, but too bad. We can wear shimmer. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna kind of do, and I have no idea what colors these are gonna, all right, I'm gonna go with Suspicious first, okay, which is like a lighter color, and we're gonna go and I'm using my deluxe brush, and I'm gonna kind of color in half of my eyelid. I'm not gonna go to the top, okay? So I'll usually kind of do my eyes in stages, and then I'll like in the middle, like, oh, when I'm finished this part, then I'm gonna go through and do my moisturizer and stuff too. All right. So I do have kind of deep set eyes, little hooded eyes. So if you were gonna go and see where my crease is down here, if I would see how on this eye I almost didn't go above, you wouldn't see any of the color. So I've learned on my eyes, I go a little bit above the crease. I have big eyes too. I mean, like eyelids, because I mean, I get a lot of coverage right here. I mean, I have a lot that you could put a whole lot of color on. All right, so we're gonna go back over this side and make it a little bit darker so we can kind of even it up. All right, like I said, I'm gonna go a little bit above. Make sure you get your corners. All right. And then I have on light pink shirt. So I think I'm gonna go with purple. I'm a purple girl. I like purple. Okay, so we're gonna go with purple. And usually once I do these lives, I've played with the colors for a while, and I haven't done that, so we're just winging it. All right, now I'm gonna use my crease brush, okay? And the crease brush wants to go right in your crease. So you can go and put your eye down, and you see right there where your eyeball goes in, that's where you wanna start putting this stuff. And what you do with your crease brush is you kind of pat it in, and we're gonna blend all this out, all right? And then I used to do it that you'd put it in a C, but now I kind of just started covering my whole outer corner, almost right here. Just learning different techniques, because you know, this is the deal, guys. I am not a makeup artist. I'm a veterinarian, but you know what? Makeup is fun, and you really can't mess it up. So it's all about experimenting. You don't have to be a makeup artist to do this. Just go and have fun. And you know what? Some days you'll be like, oh, maybe I'll try this color, or maybe I'll try that color. Honestly, I've seen somebody do this palette, and I wanted to like copy what she did, but totally like didn't have time to do that this morning. So I said, oh well, we're gonna wing it. All right, so I used my crease brush for that. So I'm gonna take the deluxe brush, and you wanna wipe them off, okay? So you wanna make sure it's clear, and then we're gonna go through and just kind of blend it out, all right? I have not done foundation yet, Heather. I do that after. I do all of my eye makeup first, then I'll go back. I have done toner, the rose water first, and then I did the new instant lifting serum for the wrinkles and stuff. And you can kind of see how some of my lines have gone away. So that's all I've done. And now, since I'm halfway through and I think my stuff has dried, I'm gonna use the moisturizer. I have oily skin, so I do the moisturizer after the instant lift. If you do have dry skin, they are recommending that you moisturize before you use your instant lift serum, okay? And then I'm gonna put primer on after this, but I'm gonna let this sit in for a while and I'll continue on my eyes and then I'll do my primer. And y'all, I am taking a while to do this because I'm talking, but honestly in the morning, I get up, wash my hair, put my makeup, and I'm dressed in like 35 minutes. And I wash and dry my hair every day. So it's does not take that long. Okay, so we've done 2 colors. So the colors I've done was Suspicious first, all over my entire lid, and then I used, I don't even know what that is, Fearless in my crease because I wanted to kind of go purple. All right, so I think I'm gonna do Brilliant, which is kind of the silver. Like I said, I'm winging this look, girls. And we're gonna kind of use it in the corner. If your eyes, like my eyes are kind of really close together, so if you put white or a lighter color in the creases, it definitely helps make your eyes pop. All right. I should have cleaned my brush off a little bit better. All right, we're just gonna blend that in. All right, I'm gonna now switch to the mineral pigment Curious. There's 2 mineral pigments. One is Curious, one is Sexy, okay? Those are the 2, or either one is ones that I think everybody should have. It's a good highlighting color. I'm gonna use it up here. And then we're gonna kind of blend this line out after. And I use it, and I'll show you how you can use it to highlight on your face. But it's just 2 good light pink, and one's like a light, like, I don't even know what you'd call it's. Can you even see? It's like got a little bit of a cream to it. That's the Curious. I actually used all of my Sexy, so I am totally out of it. All right. Okay, I want a little bit darker in my, I guess a little bit more dimension. So I'm gonna switch and we're gonna go with, so I've used purples and like a mauve-y kind of color, and we're gonna use, I'm gonna switch to palette 1. Palette 1's like a girl's best friend, y'all. If you want neutral colors, this is the palette for you. As you can see, I use it often because I try to sometimes, if I'm like feeling like an overachiever, I will try to coordinate my eyeshadows to what I'm wearing. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. And if not, or just really a regular everyday look, I will go with palette 1. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of the Zealous, really, let's see, the really dark color. Just a little bit in my crease, just a little bit more dimension. I just want it a little bit darker. All right, so we're gonna go to, we're fixing to go and do our eyeliners. So Younique makes liquid and they make pencil eyeliners, okay? And all right, so let's blend this out. And then another little trick I used, all right, so a lot of times you want some pop right above your pupil. It's like right there, okay? You can take the rose water, and I use it on, this is the liner shader brush. It's got 2 cool, I use this part for my eyebrows 90% of the time. You just spritz it on there. Like I said, the rose water serves multi-purposes. What it does is, so I just wet my brush a little bit there, and then I'm gonna go into, we'll go back to Shadow Palette 5, and I'm gonna just go into Brilliant, and you're just gonna see how much, we're not gonna use Brilliant. That was weird. All right, we're gonna go to palette 1 and we're gonna use Sincere. And then, maybe I need some more water on there. It's just gonna add a lot more color, and you don't need a whole lot, and it's gonna just add a little bit more pop. All right, you see that right there? and then I'm going to do it again on this side. It wets it, and it'll eventually dry as a powder, and then I'll blend it out, but it'll help it pop right on top of my eye so I get a little bit more definition. Okay, so I'm a little happy with my eyes. It's not my normal, but I'm good, especially my first time. Guys, I used Addiction Palette 5. This is the new one that just came out. Look at all those colors. And yes, us older ladies can wear shimmer. People are crazy. We can do whatever we want. It's makeup. So these colors, I've used this one and I used that one. Okay, I love it. The other shadow palette we just came out with is number 4, and it's got a little bit more neutral tones. It's got some blues, some grays, and then your browns. That's the next one I'm gonna try. I literally got those in this week. All right, so I'm gonna actually go with today. So I have green eyes. All right, and before I used to be really scared to use colored eyeliners, but green will help, especially with the colors I use today. So green would be a good one, and no, I'm not crazy, but purple would be a good eyeliner too, okay? I'm using the pencil. Did I bring my sharpener? Yeah. I go through phases. I like the liquid eyeliners, and I'll show you them real quick. They do have a super fine point, so if you like doing cat eyes and stuff like that, they're real easy to draw. But I'm going through another phase, and I'm going to do the pencil. All right, I'm going purple. Wait, let me blend out this real quick. Just where I kind of put that little highlight on my upper lid, we're just going to blend it out and make sure it looks good. All right, so I'm going to go with purple. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tight line. I don't want you to really see it. I'm kind of just following my eyelash line, okay? And what that does, see the difference? I hardly put any that you can really see. I'm really close to this camera. But it does, look how much thicker it makes my lash line. And then I come down here, and I'm gonna tight line it too. People put stuff on their waterline, and y'all, that is not good for your eyes. It does clog your pores, okay? All right, we're gonna do this side. And I go about halfway, all right? All right, halfway, and then we're gonna do the top. So this is tight lining. If you want to do your cat eyes, of course you're going to go bigger, and you're going to really be able to see the color. And the eyeliners are waterproof, smudge proof. Okay, so there's my eyeliners done. I don't ever do, you can kind of come up with this line on the lower part, but that's about it. All right, so the color I used is Passionate. Don't be scared of colored, ladies. And the good thing is you can use these eyeliners as lip liners too if you want to. Okay, so that's all done, and now I'm gonna go back before, because I'm almost done with my eyes, and I'm gonna use the Younique, the Glorious Primer. This goes on before you do your foundation, okay? It's like the last step, and what it does, and it's very smooth, it's very silky. You put it all over, and this helps, kind of goes into your fine lines and wrinkles, so that way your makeup doesn't go there, okay? Because you don't want your makeup in there and creasing. And all you use is like a pea-sized drop, and then you just rub it in, okay? So that's the last part of my face before I'm gonna go and do my foundation. All right, so mascara time. 3D Fiber mascara. It is, I'm gonna try to do this with a camera, but half the time I end up poking myself in the eye. All right, so it's gel, fiber, then gel. A little tip I learned is you kind of go like this when you're applying your gel. So it helps them not to bunch up, okay? and coat both sides of your lashes. I do not put the fibers on my lower lids. All right, and then the next step is fibers. All right, I run the fibers on the back of my hand like this because you kind of see how they loose. I just run them like this to kind of help tighten them up, and then you start applying. People either love or hate the fibers, okay? It's one of those things when I first, before I even joined, when I purchased them, I was like, these suck. I'll be honest. I kept getting the fibers in my eyes. It was horrible. It's a learning curve. Once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. And today I'm gonna probably do 2 coats. I don't have very good eyelashes to start with. So what I do is we'll do gel. This is the fibers. Tip with the fibers, do not, sorry, I got a phone call. Tip with the fibers is do not, don't go all the way down, okay, to your base of your lashes, or you're gonna get fibers in there. All right, so then I'm gonna go back and do more gel because I'm doing a second coat. Now, if you have super awesome lashes, you would quit there. You adding your last sealing coat. But like I said, mine leaves something to be desired. So I just did gel. I'm gonna add more fibers. So we can be a little bit better today. All right, I'm gonna do this other side. So if you have green eyes, dark hair like me, the purples and the pinks really help. They really make your eyes greener. I think even that's another reason why I'm not so scared anymore of the purple eyeliner, because I think that does help with making my eyes look greener. All right, okay, so mascara's done, all right, and then, all right, so the next step I do is concealer, okay? I add a little bitty bit. I've been on this same tube of concealer, got it almost, I'd say close to a year. All right, so I just use a little bitty bit. If you have imperfections or whatever you need to cover up, then go for it. And what I've learned is you put it between your fingers, kind of help warm it up so it's not so thick. And then I use my fingers to put it on, and you kind of want to apply it in a V. I've also learned that if you go and start right up underneath your eyes, then it's going to be super duper thick and it's going to cause some creasing. So I don't do that either. But I just use my finger and come down into a V. All right. All right, so it's kind of highlighting this part. Some people do concealer before they do their foundation, and some people do it after. The other day I actually did it before, and I kind of like the way that looked too, but I'm just so used to doing it before. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so today I'm going with the liquid foundation, the Photoshop in a bottle. I'm gonna use that today. I can tell you though, and you wanna make sure you shake it up really good. Most of the time, if I'm just going straight to work, I do use the Touch Powder. As you can see, I kind of need a new one. And I use taffeta in both, okay? All right, so, and I used to fuss all of y'all and tell y'all not to do this, but this is, I've been using this. So I have the foundation brush that goes with it, all right? I find for my face, all I need is 4 drops, okay? And so you don't want to go in the center where the divot is, so I apply 4 drops, one around the circle. 4 drops, that's all I use, see? There. All right, and I do here, 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 and then you just start blending, okay? every once in a while you may not be like, I need a little bit more, okay? And then it's always okay to go back. I used to put it on the back of my hand and then rub it in. Make sure you get your neck too, okay? But, and then that's kind of all you do is we're going to blend this in, and then we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. Like I said, if I'm not talking and I'm just doing, it does not take me long. It seems like a laborious process, but I kind of want to explain to you guys what I do and why and how it works. All right. And I'm going to post after to a before. I took a before picture and an after so you can kind of see the difference, okay? And I do my eyebrows. I just do them last, because since I'm rubbing and doing all kind of stuff, I don't want to actually accidentally smudge them. All right, so foundation's in. It dries to a powder finish, but I always like to kind of seal it in, and what I use for that is I'm going to use the touch powder and with my powder puff brush though, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of seal it in with a little bit of powder just to be, and it's humid here, guys. I mean, we're in South Louisiana, it's 100 degrees and it's mid-September and it's never gonna get cold. Just gonna complain right there. All right, so got that sealed in. The next part that I do is we are going to, okay, sorry guys. I gotta go deal with a school issue in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna use the sculpting trio to do this. And it's super easy. Thanks, Jennifer. Super easy, okay? This is like color by number. It tells you what to use. And I'm using this, I think it's the light. Yeah, it's the light palette, okay? So the first step, and it came with, when we did it as a kudos, this awesome brush. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the dark color first, that color, all right? And when we're doing your cheeks, you wanna go from the outside in, okay? You don't wanna come too far, and you kinda wanna blend it in. And I'll use my powder puff brush after to kinda do some blending. But this is where you want it to kinda cut your cheek, okay? And add some definition. You can kind of see this side compared to that side, okay? So you're gonna go there. And then we're gonna do this side too, okay? But don't go all the way to your mouth, okay? Because then it's gonna just like, it's dirty. Okay, and then the other part that I'm gonna do with this is your jawline right here. Make sure you blend it in good. Your jawline here. And your jawline you blend down, okay? Then we're gonna do our other jawline here. And this is just adding some definition, y'all. So get rid of our double chins and that kind of stuff. I have a huge forehead, okay? So when you have a bigger forehead, you're gonna kind of add it up here to help cut your forehead so it doesn't look so big. And then you're just gonna blend it out like that, okay? The other thing I use when I'm doing some highlighting is, I did bring it with me right here. The beachfront bronzer, you can always use to do this too. Sometimes if I'm really in a hurry, I'll do that then. All right, then the next step, I use a little brush to do this, but you can trim the nose. All right, if you want your nose to appear a little bit narrow, you just kind of go right in there, okay? And you can do your little tip right here, okay? All right, then the next step is what we want to highlight. So we're gonna go in the center here, okay? And those areas are your chin, okay? You wanna highlight your chin. You're gonna go below, in between where you had done, I do have like a little scarring on my face right there, so that's why it might look, so you're gonna go here and here to kind of highlight that. That's where I did my darker part. And then you wanna do like a triangle, all right, underneath your eyes. right here. You want to highlight all of this part, okay? And on the other side. All right, and then we're gonna do in the center and over both eyebrows. Like y'all, this is super easy. It's color by number is what it is. All right, then the next part is, this is like a cream. This is like where you really want to highlight. But before I do that, I like to put on my blush, okay? Where is my blush? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna use, I'm pretty sure I grabbed Sweet today. Yeah, these are highly pigmented. Yet again, I think I've had this one for a while. You don't want to go all the way back with your blush. You kind of want to keep them on your cheeks, like right here, just to add a little pop of color, because you're getting more definition down here with your highlighting, okay? I'm going to just do that. I'm going to smooth it out in a minute. So I'm going to use my finger to grab a little bit of the highlighting color, and you go right up here, right where you feel that cheekbone. Sometimes I'll even go like right here, like almost like a C, and highlight all of that, okay? All right, and then you can also highlight right here, and then I highlight down the bridge of my nose, okay? And then what I usually do to kind of help smooth everything out, I'll just take my powder puff brush, make sure everything is where and how it's supposed to be, okay? Now, I'm pretty much done, except for I'm gonna do my eyebrows, all right? I use the angle brush. We do have eyebrow pencils, but I left it in my makeup. So I'm going back to palette 1, and I use this really dark color, Forthright, and I'm just going to shade these guys in since, and mine are pretty darn thin. I would love to get the microblading done one time, because I'm telling y'all, eyebrows make a difference. All right, so look at that. One eyebrow done, one not. So you see like the whole finished look. Got to do your eyebrows, okay? Mine are sparse. We're trying to get them all nice and even, and you know, sometimes they just won't grow back like you want them to. But we do have an awesome pencil. Its tip is finer than a pencil, and I left it in my bathroom. All right, so eyebrows are done. Last step, lips. I'm gonna go with, this is one of our new lip liners we just got, Prudent. And it's very light, very neutral, since my eyes are kind of dark. The lip pencils you can use as a liner. You can use them all over, which I will today. And they kind of dry to a matte finish. Alright guys, so this is it, my wake up to makeup. Sorry about all the video issues we had, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.